All right, ladies and gents, boys and girls, I am going to go ahead and get started. And people, as they enter the room, we'll just let them hop on in when they do. And I'll try to stay on track here with the call. So, all right. Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host and your guide for this first official Forsage Zoom presentation. Just a quick overview of how the system works. We'll be talking about smart contracts for just a brief second or two, and to let you guys know like what you're getting into and why it is a good decision for those of you who've already become members and for those of you who are looking to become members. So let's go ahead and get right on into it. So I've got this PowerPoint presentation, and as I click on through, I'll go ahead and describe what you're seeing on the screen and read through some of the different passages there that will explain what is going on with Forsage, the first ever 100% decentralized matrix project. All right, so let's go ahead and dive right on into it, and let's talk about decentralization first. So what does decentralized mean? What are the advantages and what are the benefits? Decentralized marketing is created with an automated contract that offers the maximum security and sustainability. A smart contract is an automatic execution algorithm. When it exists within the Ethereum blockchain, the #1 cryptographic currency among those with which smart contracts can be created. Smart contracts, like cryptocurrencies, are decentralized. They work strictly according to the underlying program without the possibility of subsequently changing the defined execution of the contract. The code that contains all the logic of the contract expiration is on the blockchain, and all calculations are provided by millions of computers all across the world. So this ensures that there's no risk. Well, hello. Let's, if you don't mind cutting your mic off there for us, or perhaps I guess I can do that manually myself. Let's go ahead and mute all. So let me continue on here. Now again, as I was saying, this ensures that there is no risk of the smart contract being hacked, all right, and stopping our beautiful Forsage project. All right, so let's keep it moving. We'll move on. So how does Forsage matrix marketing work? Now keep in mind that when you are coming into this project, you are going to be entering into a active side and a passive side. So two sides at the same time that work together, that work at the same time, parallel. You're earning income from both sides at the same time. All right, so, and again, it is a closed system without deadlines for the slots, with a limited number of places in each income stream. The slots could be considered income streams with an unlimited amount of reinvest or recycling, the perpetual round and round of these income slots. And the referral link that you use is fixed to the person who invited you. And so you always follow your superior partner into the income slot that they've activated. So as you can see here on income slot 1, and or rather in X3 on income slot 1 here, there is one row. All right, so there are 3 spots in that row, 1, 2, and 3. And on Forsage 4, we have 2 rows, 2 places on the first row and 4 places on the second row. All right, and so we'll get into that and explain how they work. And as I said before, they do work simultaneously, generating income, and the money does instantly go into your Ethereum wallet without having to wait. There is no manual withdrawal. So that's a real nice aspect and attractive part of this program. So as you can see, there are 12 income slots on each of the programs. All right, so you have a total of 24, perpetual recycling income streams that are, as you progress through them, they're going to be continually working. And again, if you get all the way up to the 12th income slot on each program, then you're effectively running 24 income streams. All right, so As you can see here, I'll read through this. In each of the two programs, Forsage X3 and Forsage X4, there are 12 slots, and they do work in the same way. They work similarly and in the same way. So each subsequent slot is double. It's 2 times more than the previous slot before. So as you upgrade and move through, you're going to be paying double what the previous income slot was. And how many slots can be activated immediately? Well, they can all be activated. They do need to be activated chronologically, right? So that you're going from income slot 1 to 2, and then to 3, and then to 4. You can't just jump. For example, you can't jump from income slot 1 up to 5 without purchasing the income streams previous to that. Okay. And again, as I said before, there is no expiration date. These do continue to cycle without ever failing, right? So again, you essentially endlessly, we've got someone drawing, I got a little streak here, sorry. But anyway, so we do have, this is perpetual and it doesn't ever end. Okay, so as long as the blockchain exists, you do have your membership here with that particular income slot that you've opened. And as I said before, they do work together parallel. Let me go again. I think we've got some new people that I perhaps need to mute again, mute all the new incomers. All right, so again, moving on. Let's talk about the registration. All right, so the registration, again, you're going to have to spend 0.05 Ethereum, all right, to come into this thing. And that is divided into the two programs, which we already talked about. So again, as you move into income, the income stream 1 on X3, it's going to be 0.025 Ethereum, which is about $4 of Ethereum. Actually, I think we did have a slight drop just recently. So it's a little bit less than $4 to go into the first, here as you can see, first income slot on X3, as well at the same time on X4. So again, when you come into this, you do buy both slots at the same time. As I said before, it is going to cost you 0.05 Ethereum, which is basically the cost of entry. It's going to be your ticket to become a member, all right? So that everyone who comes into Forsage, they do have to pay that amount, all right? So let's continue moving on. And let's talk about Forsage X3 so people can get an idea about how it works with this one. So Forsage X3, as I like to call the active, where we are actively bringing in referrals, whether you're sharing this with your friends, your neighbors, your coworkers, whoever it may be, that you're actively bringing in partners, right? So all the partners in your slots here are known as your personal referrals. And with that, you are essentially filling up these slots yourself actively, right? So as you can see here, the movement of these slots goes from 1, 2, and 3. And you are receiving 100% of the income instantaneously, again, into your matrix, or rather into your Ethereum wallet. Now, on the first, as it says here, your first referral partner takes place underneath you, again, receiving 100% of the payment into your personal wallet. The second referral takes place underneath you as well. Payment also goes instantly into your wallet. And again, that third, what it is essentially you're paying your sponsor, your superior partner, to reactivate that income stream. All right, so again, you are on the third cycle. You're going to, and it happens automatically. It does work in a way that it reactivates your income stream, whether or not it's the second, third, fourth, fifth, the process is the same. All right, now, so if they do have an income slot, or rather a place open, it will fill, as you can see, the appropriate income slot. It could be the first one, it could be the second one, or it could go to the third slot, which would recycle. And then that payment would then actually go up, just like it is for you. It would go up to their superior. All right, so again, this is how it works with Forsage 3. Let me check on these questions and see if there's anything important questions. All right, yeah, and again, we will have a Q&A at the end of this quick overview. So keep that in mind. So if you guys who do have questions, we can just save those for the end and we will get all those questions answered for you. So moving on, let's click to the next slide. So let's talk about X4. So as I said before, there is 2 rows with 6 actual places within these 2 rows. So in the first row, as you can see, you see an arrow in place 1 and 2, which means that those payments will actually go to your sponsor, to your superior partner who you are linked to. Now, it doesn't always work out that the payment may end up going to someone else, because the payment actually, it does based on how the matrix is filled up and filled out for your superior and their superior and so on and so forth. That payment may actually fall into another slot. And we'll talk about that during the Q&A, and we'll give you guys an example, because the dashboard is interactive, where you're actually able to click onto that box, that income stream box, and we can watch and to find out where exactly that payment decided to go. All right, so, and again, the way that it works out is, it goes in order from 1, 2, 3, and it actually jumps over to the right side for the 4th place, and then back to 5 for back to the left for the 5th spot. And then again, it fills up that last circle, as you can see there, number 6, which starts the cycle all over again, just like it does for the Forsage X3. So again, this is where we have this perpetual recycling, income for that, whatever particular income level that is. It could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all the way up to 12. They all work the same. All right. So again, this is how X4 is going to work for you. All right. So let's go ahead and talk about the reinvest, which we've already talked about, but we'll talk about it a little bit further. So again, the reinvest, or the purchasing of your income stream, that whatever slot that might be, you do, again, keep in mind that the payment, you do receive that 100% payment, but it goes in as a reactivator, which basically you're repurchasing the slot from your superior partner again, okay? The reinvest opens the same slot for you again, and you continue to receive income from it. Without reinvestment, this slot would close, and that would be it. So again, you do want to make sure that, we'll talk about the upgrading here on the next slide, because there is a situation where after 2 of these cycles, if you haven't purchased the next income stream, what will happen is the payments will begin to go up to your each of even the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd payment would actually go up to your superior partner. So this is why it's really important to upgrade, because we have people that kind of tend to stay at one level, but it's definitely recommended that we upgrade to continue to make sure that you're able to continue to earn for that particular income slot. So again, as it says here, basically, similarly, your referral partners Similarly, your referral partners will have reinvestments, and you will instantly receive income every time. All right. So as we, again, make sure that this is active, it will continue to perpetually, as I said before, earn without fail. All right. And that payment does go instantly into your Ethereum wallet. All right. So let's talk about the upgrade and how this works and why it's important, because some people, without knowing it, may not realize that they are missing payments. As you can see, there's a lost profit right here. And this profit essentially means that your upline, your sponsor, they will have actually received that payment from let's say you have a referral and they want to end up upgrading. And if you have not opened up your next income slot before they move to that next income slot, then you actually would not receive payment for that. It would end up going to your superior partner. So again, let's talk about this real quick. Or actually, let me go ahead and, we've got some new people who need to mute, got their kids in hand, which is great to see. Hang on one second. Let's go ahead and mute all participants again for the newcomers. All right, so let's keep it going. So again, as we said here, for the upgrading is the opening or the purchase of the next slot of a more expensive level. And the payment the payment goes to your superior partner, as we said before. So when you purchase that next income slot, you're essentially buying, again, a license to that next income stream, all right? And that license to play effectively, just like as it does before with the other income slots, allows you to continue to earn income at that particular level. And we'll even discuss the actual values of each of the income slots and how much you would earn for each person that comes in at that slot. Now, subsequently, there is enough income from each slot to reinvest into the same level. Actually, we got some new people coming in. Let me mute these newcomers again. Now, it does so happen that, again, keep in mind that, on, let's say for level 3 here, or rather on, if this is X3, that your second payment will be enough to upgrade to the next spot. So this is why it's definitely recommended to do this early on, so that you make sure that you don't miss any payments and that that you will continue to earn for that particular income slot, and that you don't miss any payments. Say, for example, if your partner does, or rather you have a referral who decides that they want to upgrade, they can follow you to the next income stream without you missing a payment. Now, and again, that third payment, right? So 1, 2 is enough to upgrade to the next income slot. And the third payment is enough to start the process all over again, so that that income slot that you're currently at will continue to recycle, okay? Now, it is your decision. You can decide whether or not to purchase the next income slot or not. But again, keep in mind that if you don't, as I said before, you will find yourself in a position that if your partner decides that they want to upgrade and you don't, then essentially you miss the payment, and the payment will go up to their superior, or your superior. And if their superior has not upgraded, then the payment will continue to move up until it finds a place that is actually open, whoever has actually opened up that income slot. And we'll show some examples of that. It may seem a bit confusing right now, but again, when you see it on your actual dashboard and you click onto I believe it is the statistics, and you can see where the payments, you can actually click on the slots as well too, the income stream slots, and you'll see there'll be, and again, like I said, we'll show examples of this here in a little bit, where you can see these type of icons that again explain that you either lost a payment, or that rather you've received an extra profit from one of your referrals. All right, so again, lost payment left to a higher partner due to the lack of an upgrade to a more expensive slot. The extra payment received to you at the expense of lost profit of a lower partner. All right, so I hope that is clear for everyone, and we will talk about it again in the Q&A. And so again, as far as the overflows and the overtaking and the returns, so as you can see, let's look at this. So we can call this a legend of the different types of partners that are coming in. So on this color here, on the teal, I guess, color, that would be your personal partner, because keep in mind that when you invite someone into the program, they do enter both programs at the same time. So again, they may take that first slot if it's not already filled up on your, let's say on the X3 and then X4, or rather this would be X4, that they would take whatever available open slot is open. It might happen to be the first one. It might happen to be the fourth one or fifth one here. And, they can fall into any place. And then the light colored overflow is someone who's personally invited, or a personally invited partner of your superior. They may fall also into a slot here, and it fills up accordingly, again, as the matrix fills out. And you can see the next blue circle, overflow from below, personally invited partner of your downline. And then as we can see here, this last one is pink, and this represents a partner who has overtaken his superior. All right, so, and again, the overflow, the way that it works, it can be a little bit confusing, because again, there are a variety of different ways that this plays out, but we'll talk about that again and give some examples during the Q&A. But this is an example of how your X4, which is again the team build, where you have multiple, not only your own partners coming in, but you have a mix of people from either your superiors or rather from your own downline and their referrals. All right, so this is how that ends up filling up the matrix of X4. All right, so let's continue on. Now, let's give some examples of some real-time, and of course, these have dropped a little bit. Like I said, the markets of crypto are very volatile, so it can be up, you know, at one moment, and then the next moment it's down, and so on and so forth. But these are pretty close to the current value of Ethereum. So as you can see here, 0.025, like I said, it's roughly $4. Or yeah, 0.025 is roughly $4. 0.05, again, which is the cost of entry to get into this, is roughly $8. So it really is only going to cost you, I think it's actually less than, and it is less than $7 or less than $8 right now to enter into Forsage. So again, it's very attractive for many people because we have people coming in from different income levels, right? That this may be something that is a lot more approachable to get into and to effectively start a business with this for only $8. So you have to really consider all of the other programs that are out there that, you know, may not be a decentralized situation where you're having to throw money into something and you don't know if the platform or if the you know, the situation of that business will even be there, right? So, and of course, with this one, we know that it's on the blockchain and that it is immutable and will be here for as long as the internet is around. And that, ladies and gentlemen, that is most definitely the way that this thing works. So keep that in mind. And as you can see, as we move up through the different levels, again, it's moving up pretty good. We go from $4, and then on the 6th level or the 6th income stream, you're making 0.8 Ethereum for every person that comes in. So that's roughly, well, on the 4th level, you'd actually be getting in, well, basically 4 times 128, right? So that's a nice sizable amount of income coming in, and so on and so forth as we move through up to level 12. If you're getting in payments of, for example, 3.2 Ethereum, that's $500, $512 at, you know, the current value that Ethereum is right now. And that's a pretty nice payment coming in. I mean, that can take care of someone's rent and a variety of other bills that you may have. And this is perpetual. And again, keep in mind that it does continue once it's reactivated. So there's no burning out of the program. Let me do another mute here. I think we have a few more people that have hopped in. Mute those mics. So again, like you said, or like I was saying, as you can see, this gets, as we move up, this gets pretty interesting to see the type of income that we're making at these levels. All right, so, and again, keep in mind that that's happening on both X3 and on X4. And again, with X3, it is the active side that you bring people into yourself personally with your affiliate link. And X4 is the passive side. So it's nice that you are in a position on the passive side. Hang on again. We got someone out there on the scene watching out, dodging cars and stuff. All right, so again, you have to keep in mind that, you know, both of these programs are working together. So you really, this is an amazing platform with respect to the amount of earnings that you can get continually without it stopping. So let's move on and get to the recommended start option. All right, now this is because, you know, as we already talked about, there's a variety of spillover activity that happens on particular X4. Now, for example, if you only come in and open up income slot 1 and income, well, if you only come in to income slot 1, right, paying the 0.05 Ethereum, then you miss out on all of the potential spillover coming from above and from below. All right, so I've had examples of people who've come in to my For example, they actually, in this case, it worked out in that their first income stream, without actually upgrading yet, filled up on X4, and they were then able to upgrade to the second slot, just really through spillover. So spillover, it doesn't always happen that way, but in some cases, depending on the type of team that you're in, on the kind of activity that that team is producing, you may get those slots filled up without even having to refer anyone. But again, it's recommended that you do open up these slots because you are in a position to earn each time, right? As whether on X3, whether or not your referrals come in and they continue to recycle as they get in other people. Likewise, definitely on X4, the passive side, the further, and of course, within your comfort level, the further up you are, the more chances you have for spillover and to receive those payments that are coming through of 0.1, 0.2 Ethereum, 0.4 Ethereum. And once these continue to cycle, again, you're earning a pretty sizable amount of money. Now, Ethereum, again, we'll talk about some ways to be able to convert your Ethereum into fiat so that you can use this these payments for a variety of things that you might need to use it for. All right, so, and again, the total cost, if you were to open up the first 3 income slots on X3 and the first 3 on X4, and on X4, you're looking at a total of about 0.35 Ethereum, which is around, I think, $50 or so right now. So, and another thing to keep in mind that Ethereum is very undervalued right now. We just went through this, economic collapse, so to speak, and Ethereum also took a huge hit. Just about maybe 2-3 weeks ago, Ethereum was double, roughly, what it is right now. So again, it is ideal. This is an ideal time that if you're on the fence about upgrading, you definitely want to do it before Ethereum shoots back up to $300, per Ethereum again. And of course, I've seen Ethereum at levels as high as $1,800 for one Ethereum. So, and again, it's very much likely that Ethereum will be shooting back up when these markets start to get healthy again. All right, so I just wanted to show a quick example so that people can see, because we can talk about a few things here that happen within, it could be anyone's situation. Now, this person here, whatever their ID, 2544, they actually have brought in only 4 partners. All right, so with only 4 partners, they've actually earned $1,200 of Ethereum, 7.425 Ethereum, which is a pretty good amount of Ethereum. And if you, again, you want to look at it in dollars, that's, it's a pretty decent amount of money coming in with only 4 partners, right? Now, out of those 4 partners, we actually had they had a partner, 7515, all right? Now, they came in and they didn't waste any time at all. They came in and decided they really liked this program. And as you can see here, which we will show examples of this when we show the dashboard examples during the Q&A, that on X3 and X4, you can see here the statistics of these partners. Well, their second partner, or rather their first partner came in and upgraded to level 3 on both. Their next partner came in and upgraded to 5 and 4. And then their third partner didn't really upgrade much. They didn't upgrade at all. They're only on income slot 1. But their fourth partner coming in went all the way up to income slots 10. All right. Now, because apparently this person is moving in and doing a very good job of rather referring people over or building their team, this person has come in and already made $18,000 worth of Ethereum. All right. So that completely blows the argument of this being a pyramid, because a lot of people coming into this, will immediately throw the argument of, hey, this is a pyramid. I mean, people, if you're not, the only people making money are the people who are at the top. Well, you can see that this person's ID, because again, keep in mind, the member IDs are chronological. 2,544 compared to 7,515. These are at 2 very different times that this last partner here came in, and they've already earned $18,000. All right, so definitely something to consider and to explain to people who do raise that argument, which oftentimes they will. And yeah, this is an example just to prove that right away that that isn't the case. So let's go ahead and we'll just finish up and wrap it up here. And before we get on to the MetaMask and Trust Wallet, which you will need, those are applications to interact with a smart contract. So MetaMask is a desktop or a laptop for PCs, so that you can do your, well, you can do your business from your laptop with MetaMask. Now it's an identical situation with Trust Wallet, except that it's a mobile situation. You can use Trust Wallet on your mobile phone and really just be on the go. I mean, I'm on the go a lot of times dealing with Forsage and looking at whatever it might be, the activity that's taking place via my cell phone. So, you know, this is something that you can do on the go or wherever you have your desktop or laptop. All right, so let me go ahead and move into, I'll actually show first where to go. Let me close out of this and get right on over to, no, this is also the new landing page, which is very, very beautiful, I must say. This is, perhaps Lotto is also on the line. We'll let him explain what this new website is based in, what they call interplanetary file systems, if I'm not mistaken. But first, let me show for people who do need to, or if you're not already familiar with MetaMask, what you need to do to download MetaMask. Now, MetaMask is available on both Chrome, Firefox, and also on Brave browser. All right, so if you can see here, if I were to click onto Chrome, which I'm actually using Chrome, and I normally, and I really have only used Chrome extension. This is just an example of how to get Chrome extension, and this will get you to the point. Now, they do have videos there that, you know, I definitely recommend taking the time to watch the videos and find out how to interact or how to get MetaMask on over, and it is very reputable. I mean, MetaMask is the standard for PC in terms of interacting with these smart contracts. So now I already have mine loaded, you know, into my Chrome browser, so I don't want to remove it, but this would say for you to either install onto your Chrome browser, something to that effect. But that is how it works with MetaMask. So just type in, again, metamask.io. Yeah, let's, yeah, there we go. So metamask.io. And let's get on over to Trust Wallet. Trust Wallet, the URL is trustwallet.com. And yeah, I mean, again, you can see just an example here of what it looks like on mobile right now. Of course, I don't actually have the ability to show in terms of how Forsage will look, but effectively it's just going to be condensed onto your phone the way that other websites, when they, you know, are condensed onto a phone, would look. Now, yeah, you can download this on both iOS and at the Apple Store and for Android devices with Google Play. Now, let's go ahead and see. Let's open this up. And we'll get now into the Q&A portion. Or actually, one more little thing here. I do want to go ahead and talk about this next, or the new, what will effectively be your landing page. When you put in, this is my referral link here, actually. Now, I've put that in. And what it does is it brings me to a, I guess we can go through the process for people who are, when you're signing up. Yeah, let me go ahead and run through that, because most people are curious about what the actual process is if you are either signing up your first time or if you're giving your link out to someone else. How would it work? All right, so again, this is my actual referral link, and I do have my MetaMask open already. Now, I actually have multiple accounts. What you can do, you can create multiple accounts inside of MetaMask. I have multiple MetaMask wallets. So with that right here, this is actually an empty wallet, but let's back, well, I don't really need to back out, but if I were to sign in, where it says login or sign up, I'm gonna go ahead and hit sign up. And that should bring me to the page that most of us are familiar with Forsage, where you can see it says automatic login / registration. Now, because I don't Now, I don't think that, yeah, I don't think I've, if I've logged in, be careful not to come here, because sometimes people will put in the referral link there, or they'll put in a number ID there. If you are registering, you're going to hit this green button that says registration. Let's click onto that. And you can see, now this is my user ID. So that would be right. And you can see there inside of the arrows, it says confirm. When you click onto confirm, that will bring up your MetaMask wallet. Actually, you may need to come over here and click on it. If it doesn't pop up on its own, then it'll be here at the top with a number indicating the transaction, which does have to be done manually by you. So as a security measure, I mean, every transaction that, or rather payment, it does have to be confirmed by you. Now, of course, I don't have any Ethereum in that wallet at the moment. So, you know, of course, I don't have the ability to confirm this payment. But in the case that if you have your wallet already funded, you do simply come over there, as I've already shown the steps here, and this will be a blue button. It's in light blue. You can slightly see where it says confirm. Click on that. Give it a few seconds. It will then go into the payment mode where the payment needs to first be confirmed on Etherscan. And after about a minute or so, then I would say back out of the screen, use the back button and go back one screen. And once you do that, let me go ahead and actually go to my account that is open. Now I'm gonna reject this transaction since this was just an example, just to show, but let me click onto my Power Team account. Now when I click in, it's guaranteed to take me to my desktop. Boom. So as you can see there, this is my personal account. And again, this is where, you know, some of the things that I talked about where you can interact with a variety of things. This dashboard, this user interface is fantastic. I have to say, kudos to the developers, Lotto and friends who put this together. But anyway, so you can see the total amount of participants, the amount who've actually joined in the last 24 hours. This actually represents the amount of Ethereum that has gone into, well, that's been paid out to members. All right, so 13,792. It's roughly $2.5 million already in the last 2 months that's been paid out. All right, so keep that in mind. Let that sink in a second. Yes, this platform is paying out some big bucks. All right, so it's definitely working. And another point to make that I always like to show people, let me click on my first income stream here, and we can see where some of these payments, again, whereas I've shown, or as I was saying before in the presentation, you can see where payments have come in, where the reinvest have happened. As we move down, as we move down, as we move down, those are all personal referrals. Now, if I click onto this bottom arrow, this will actually take me to Etherscan, where all of the action is going on. All right, now, one little thing to show here is the contract itself. And to make the point to people that think that this contract is, you know, where someone can run off with your money, there is no money that ever goes into the contract. All right, the contract doesn't accept money. It's not a function of this particular smart contract. So that's something to keep in mind when sharing this with other people and explaining to them that all of the money that ever goes in is allotted to the person that it's supposed to go to. All right, so this is the contract. This does show for people, once you become more familiar with contracts. Oh, sorry, let me go ahead and mute. Welcome though. But anyway, so again, this does prove that this contract, it doesn't even accept Ethereum. Okay, so there's no money being siphoned off, or there's no money going to developers on the side. This is exactly the amount of money that has ever gone in, and it never will accept Ethereum. Okay, so with all that said, I think that I have pretty much proved the case for Forsage and why it's something that you most definitely want to consider seriously with respect to earning passive income. So I'm going to come on up to the participants here. and see. And I'll actually, if you want to, if you have a question, then by all means raise your hand and let us know. You can go to your chat box, and I think that there should be an option to raise your hand, and I'll try to answer as many questions as I can. Hang on here. And how to convert to fiat. Now there are some options to do that. I mean, again, some people may have something like Coinbase, or there are other, and for example, there are debit cards, Visa debit cards that you can effectively use for fiat purchases. And this is, you know, there are many different ways. It depends on where you are with respect to how you can convert into, you can convert Ethereum into your local currency. Let me go ahead and bring up our, hang on one second. I'm going to stop my screen share here so we can bring up the, where are all our people here? Hang on one second. Yeah, sorry, you guys. I'm just trying to bring up the actual boxes here, but I'll go ahead and just continue sharing my screen. And with the questions that if you have, again, like I said, just go ahead and leave them here in the chat box. Yeah, Block Card, they have Block Card in USA. Block Card is great. That is, yeah, they've been around. Turnio is the company for that. We've got Lotto here. He drops this here, Coinbase.com, localbitcoins.com, Luna. Yeah, that's also another one. In Africa, it's pretty well known. Right here it says from Adrian, what happens if the signups will slow down? What's the final purpose of the platform? We're helping some business crowdfunding. Now, what happens again, it essentially, if someone doesn't upgrade, and I guess that's what you mean when you say slow down, they will effectively, their income stream will actually go into a pause mode after the second recycle. And if they don't upgrade, then essentially the payments from there will move up to perhaps you, if it is coming, if you're in a situation where your personal referral hasn't upgraded after 2 cycles, what happens is they'll come, the payments will end up coming up to you. Hang on one second here. We've got a few more questions, it seems. Hello, this is the best smart contract in the world for you. Well, it is for me, and it is for many other people. So yeah, you guys can look there in the chat box. I'm trying to bring up the actual video feeds. It seems that, I guess I can also share. Oh, there we go. Here's our videos. There we go. I'll put this there on the side for people, so we can see who else is out there, the lovely mugs of folks. This is me, by the way. Hello, everybody. Let me continue answering now. Again, if anyone else, if we have a question, like I said, by all means, shoot it out. Otherwise, we will go ahead and end the call here so we don't drag it out too much more. Yes, this is the best by far. Richie. Yeah, Richie Rich. Most definitely. Forsage is knocking it out of the park. So are there any questions? We've got like 70 some odd people here, now 60 something. Are there any more questions that I have not answered yet? Preston says, yeah, I'll actually upload this. This is being recorded onto my hard drive, so I'll put it up on my YouTube channel, and we'll make sure that we get it out to you. Lotto will post it into the official Forsage marketing channel, so you can see it there. Yeah, Dricus. Yeah, right on, man. No questions means a great presentation. Well, I hope so. I hope I was able to do a decent job of being a presenter here and giving you guys all of the ins and outs of Forsage and why it is so awesome. Most definitely. It says, can we sync one account? Yeah, basically, here's a question from Peter, I guess, Petrio. Sorry, I can't pronounce it. But anyways, though, what you, and I'll get to your question too, Duda, then you essentially can import your MetaMask over to, well, it's easier this way. I mean, it's a bit more difficult to try to import your MetaMask over to Trust Wallet. It's actually much easier, or rather, I apologize. I was actually right. It's easier to go from MetaMask and to take your private keys and then put them onto Trust Wallet, as opposed to going Trust Wallet over to MetaMask. But yes, you can import your keys over, and so this way you can have your wallets interchangeably. Because again, I actually have a few accounts because as I experimented a few times with MetaMask or with Forsage, and I do have my accounts both on my mobile and on my desktop, on my laptop that I'm using. All right, so what's this here question? Hang on, let me get up to the question that dude had. What is a video marketing button? I don't know. Maybe that's something that Lotto, maybe you can answer that if you want to come on and explain that, because yeah, I do know what you're talking about with the, let me type that in.
Once again, what's the question?
So he was asking about the marketing, the video marketing here, and I think
on the site is still preparing.
Right, so it's inactive currently. If you press the button, it's inactive. Now, what will this end up being, Lada?
Yes, very soon.
What now, in terms of the video marketing, what type of videos will go there?
We're preparing now. It is not ready.
Okay, no problem. So they're like, in a
Just
nutshell,
wait a little. Everything will be soon.
In a nutshell, yeah, it's not enabled yet, the button obviously, and they are still, as you can see, this is a fresh, brand new landing page, which is, again, I must say, beautiful landing page at that. And you know, of course, it works much smoother. In fact, let me scroll down because I only showed the very top page there for people who haven't yet seen this. Yeah, I mean, this is a much better version. Now, first of all, again, it does give you the options of, again, Russian, German, Spanish, French, Italian, soon to be Chinese, from what I understand. We've got some people working on that. Now, yeah, again, this goes through a very nice, clean, you know, user interface in terms of the landing page. So again, when people use your link, it'll take them here. They can go through this and kind of get an idea about what's going on with the different things happening, the participants. Again, the newcomers, it's already moved up from the last time I just showed it on my account there. The amount for this week, the amount of Ethereum that, like I said, it's about $2.5 million, ladies and gentlemen, that has been paid out to the members as a whole. And then the amount earned during the week. So just that, for example, again, if we click on these here, these are some of the, as you could say, members who are at the higher echelon of earnings. But again, you know, this is just within some of these people have only been in this maybe, I don't know, a little over 4 weeks, and they're already at these levels, right? So, I mean, this is what many people might make in a year. Definitely this right here is what someone might have made in a year. Here you go right there. That's definitely near to, you know, what many people, or above, well above what people make in a year. Again, this account as well, this account as well. So again, you know, these are some of the higher top earners. Let me scroll on down. Yes, goes through just a pretty, and it's nice and clean. I love it. I love it. And again, explains, this is also, I guess, how you would, if you wanted to click on that. Let me click on this and see. I think that's going to take me to the sign up page, if I'm not mistaken. Or does it? No, it's not. It's not active yet. So again, a lot of these things are still kind of in a beta, right? And yeah, they're in a beta phase. So no problem, no worries. Don't you guys go out there talking, talking any kind of trash about the platform. This is a work in progress, at least with this brand new landing page, and it's beautiful, as I said. So again, this goes through the explanation of how the X3 works and how the X4 works as well. And again, often asked questions. You can click on that, and again, these are being added to. But again, I'm happy to see that it is here, even though it's not completely done yet. But we can see that they are definitely bringing some high quality content here in terms of the user interface, or even here for the landing page. Yeah, we got some drawings, someone scrabbling on the Zoom call here. But hey, if you guys don't have any more questions.
Yeah, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, my name is Earl Dixon. They call me the Bitcoin man. I got a big team that's
yeah, Earl, I've seen you over there. You're on Mark Hamlin's team.
Yeah, awesome. So, a lot of times when first question is, do you recommend people just going to a landing page without knowing how to set up the wallet and stuff to get signed up? That's not recommended to send a person straight to that landing page.
No, now again, this landing page, as you know, it just was added, I think yesterday or maybe 2 days ago at this point. But because again, I'm learning in real time as well too. I actually did a Zoom call with my team and just went through an example of putting in my my affiliate link, and as you can see, it's a lot better than the previous landing page that we had, right? Which was a bit jumbled up when you put your user link, or when someone was signing up, they would come to that page and the flags, they didn't, at least on mobile, they weren't showing properly. Again, some of the translations were not exactly as clear. So I think that, again, due to the fact that this is such a pretty, such a really nice, like clean landing page, that, I would most definitely say that, and it works well. As you can see, I put in my, here, let's go back to, for example, when I put in this, now I got a log. That's actually going to take me to my account, I think, if I hit enter, because I haven't logged out. And that's another thing too to keep in mind, that you do need to be sure that if you've already been looking at someone's account, you're going to need to log out. Yeah, because and I guess it's actually not, well, this is good, because before what would happen was it would take a person to the last page that they may have been looking at, either through the, because there is a view mode only, which was confusing a lot of people as well. But it seems as if you have a fresh wallet, let me actually do this while I'm on with you now, and click out of here and go to this open account that I have. And see what happens.
While you're doing this, keep this in mind, because another part of my question was, for a new person, when you go to sign a person up and you walking them through, and let's say, for instance, you gave them your link. I used to give them my link, but Mark recommended that you just take them to Forsage.io, and it says this link, and you give them your number, and they put your number in. What is your best recommended way to sign a person up? Because for a while, we was using lk.forsage.io. We'll put that in front of the link, and it would take us to the page, and we can sign in that way. But what is your recommended way to sign up a person as far as having to log in and log back out? Because sometimes when we log in, it goes to inside position 0, and you hit log out, and you hit log in again. Is that error, or is what's going on there? So are we doing something wrong?
Well, and again, like I said, I think this new page is changing. It's kind of changing the situation with that, because again, even with me being logged in here, let me see. I'm going to go through and see if I actually need to log out. Let me go back first and back out. No, because it does take them to the LK site as before, as opposed to now it's just Forsage.io, which I guess
Right.
was previously the landing page too. But let me see what happens if I'm still logged in with my other account.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to take me there. Let me log out and go to a fresh account.
Okay.
Yeah, and again, my apologies, Earl, because again, I'm doing this in real time, as I said, and learning as well in real time what the different ways of going about this are.
Okay. Because
testing.
I would think that if you copy your link and a new person who just created their wallet, they got the Ethereum in their wallet, and they got the Ethereum in their wallet, and they copy the link to your link and put your link in, is that the most acceptable way? And I know you're testing that now, so.
Yeah, I think again that would be the best thing. I mean, just have them come to Forsage, or rather, have them use your link, and then your link will actually now open up this. Because let me do this again right quick, just to show. Now, by putting that link in there, it automatically takes them to this landing page.
Okay.
Okay. So, and then when I come over here to sign up, because this is, like I said, an open account that I don't have any Ethereum in, it takes them to the landing page, or it takes them to this sign up page that we're all familiar with.
That's good.
Right. And so when I click onto that, it seems that there's no issues. It goes right to this.
Yeah.
Because before,
if that's duplicatable and it can continue to do that, that's awesome.
Yeah, I agree, man, because there definitely was a few issues and hiccups that people were having, when coming into this, and they were maybe because they were in view mode looking at someone else's account after they put in, because you know how you can put in a member ID into that, into that area that then allows them to look at someone's account. And if they didn't log out, they would still be looking at that old, whatever the previous page that they were looking at, or someone's account that they were looking at. But it seems now that if you come in here straight and then you hit the if they don't already have an account and then they come in here, it should work as is. As you can see, that brought up my it confirmed the transaction, MetaMask, and boom, seems awesome. Like you're good to go.
All right.
If they have money in their Ethereum wallet, they hit it and sign up. Now I don't have any I don't have any open wallets that are unused wallets rather that have Ethereum in that, but the process beyond this. They hit that confirm button, and then that like I said, it takes a minute, maybe, if even that. And again, I recommend them to make sure they back out after that's happened, to take them back to this page, and then because their transaction has been confirmed, when they go to the login or automatic login, and that'll take them right to their page.
Awesome. All right, thank you so much.
Yeah, likewise, man. I appreciate it.
Hello?
Yeah, is this Joshua?
Yes. My name is Joshua from Tanzania.
Welcome.
Hello?
You got a question, man?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the nice presentation. Maybe I can just add value on the previous speaker.
Yeah, please.
I've tried to use the new site today. It's very nice if you can use the new site. Very, very nice and very, very user friendly. My question is, for instance, on Forsage ×3, if I directly sponsored someone and maybe let's say I'm in level 8 and one of my downline by default upgraded to level 9. Is the sponsorship change forever? Or
no. It doesn't change forever. What happens is it will, once you buy that next income slot that they're at, for example, okay, then once they start to, continue whatever, once their partners come in or whatever the case may be, then you are back at as far as being their superior. Do you understand?
Okay. So that will happen on the next recycle.
Exactly.
That's what.
If I'm not mistaken, Lotto, if you're there, do you want to confirm that? Do you understand what he's asking?
Yes, that's right. That was the right answer.
Okay. So if that helps you, Joshua, then great.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah, that's a great question too. I mean, definitely that is, there's some confusion. I'm sure people are concerned that they were going to lose their referrals if their referrals upgrade. But again, as long as you come back up to that level, and when you do, then you will then start earning, accordingly.
I have another question also.
Sure.
My question is, we see a lot of amendments. I know that is being done by the creator, who is Mr. Lado. So what about the previous function rules? Can Lado change the rules and function that he inserted them on the Ethereum blockchain?
Well, again, the contract can't be changed in terms of like its functioning abilities. And again, actually, Lado is not the only developer. This is actually a team of developers who have put Forsage together. But again, the functions of the smart contract, as I explained before in the beginning, maybe perhaps you didn't hear it, but again, a smart contract by design, once it's been activated on in this case, the Ethereum blockchain, it cannot be changed. Now, the user interface and the website, this is a different thing. This is just like the clothes, right? This is just the skin or the face that we interact with the contract with. Now, they can make changes to the website, as you've already seen, cosmetic changes to the website, but the actual way that the contract is designed cannot be altered.
Okay. Thank you so much, bro.
Yeah, sure thing. Did I answer your
Welcome
question
to
properly,
Tanzania.
though? I'm sorry.
Yes, thank you so much, bro. Welcome to Tanzania.
Maybe once.
Welcome to East Africa, bro. East
Yeah,
Africa,
man.
we are on fire. We are on fire. Tanzania, we are on fire.
All right, man. I'm glad to hear it. Good news.
Okay.
We're waiting for open order.
Okay, bro. We will catch up on Telegram.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, you're in the power team. Is that right? I think. Yeah.
Pardon?
You're in the power team? I think.
Team Success.
Okay. All right. But anyways, though, again, are there any other questions that we can answer before we close this out?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, Savannah. Yeah.
Yeah, hi. Look, I have a couple of questions. My first question is relation into who is the market. What is your market for Forsage? Is it clearly defined, or is it open to anyone and everyone?
As far as I am aware, I mean, again, when you say the market, it's anyone that has access to a smartphone or a desktop, to be able to interact with the contract. Is that how you mean the market of people?
Yeah, because you have market segments, right, and who your product and or services pitched to. And given the low entry fee to get onto the platform, I imagine that it is to cater to anyone and everyone.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the most attractive aspects, at least for me. I mean, again, I actually am I guess I could call myself a YouTuber. But again, this has been very attractive for a lot of people with respect to getting people to actually, I guess you would say, convert, right? Converting someone who's just kind of kicking the tires into actually spending. Now, whether or not that's a different story about them upgrading and moving up, accordingly, but their membership is plugged in, and they are plugged in with only having to spend right now, $7, right? So I think it's an open playing field with respect to getting people in from every walk of life, I think. And of course, some people, they do help, right? I mean, I've even sponsored myself. I've helped people to come into the program. I don't like to make a habit of doing that, because we found that, of course, once you sponsor someone in, they kind of, they're thinking it's just going to be a coattail walk kind of thing. But, however, again, at that low cost, it's really an attractive thing for, I think, anyone across the globe.
Yeah, because I imagine that trying to pitch to the world is a monumental exercise, and trying to capture a market that gets in on such a low entry fee without having requisite education in many respects to be able to fully take advantage of this platform and leverage on that. So yeah, that's, I think, probably what will be the biggest challenge in trying to assist the people, you know, anyone and everyone, rather than it being pitched, having a laser targeted market that you will pitch to.
And of course, I mean, it's a learning curve. A lot of people are apprehensive about coming into this, even who are willing to throw $1,000 into some passive income platform that, you know, may or may not be a great thing. But then, you know, with something like this, the learning curve for people who aren't, you know, like I said, even people who are seasoned passive income people, I've had a lot of people who've just, you know, turned their nose up at this because they're just not into smart contracts. They just don't get it. Or they've had, you know, unfortunate situations in the past with other smart contracts. But smart contracts, I think I've had to re-explain to people that there are certain, a smart contract can be designed to do anything. I mean, it can be designed to cut the lights on in your house, if for that, you know, for that matter. And again, the way that this one is designed, it has been structurally designed, you know, very nicely. So, you know, people coming in that were in some other smart contract where they actually sent money into a Ethereum wallet, waiting for, you know, the coin that they bought up, you know, that they had to convert like their Ethereum into some coin. And then, you know, they got stuck with some coin that wasn't worth anything once they got dumped on. But anyways, that doesn't happen here with Forsage. But I think the learning curve is, you know, just something that everyone has to get around, whatever, you know, level of familiarity, you know, with these kind of things are.
I know my team, I know my team's approach, seeking to address all of those issues so that the retention rates remain high, but also educating the people that do become a part of my team.
Absolutely.
So that I'm not doing them a disservice, and at the same time also mitigating reputational harm that would be a result of failing to provide the requisite knowledge and education to your team members, you know, to reduce the adverse effects that may result from that if they aren't fully informed about what actually is required beyond spending your 7 to 10 United States dollars. And do you understand what market volatility is when you're measuring United States dollars against ETH, you know, and market, you've got liquidity as well. And what is market liquidity? And do you know the difference between fiat and crypto spaces, and how do they correlate? And what are the fundamental and technical analysis components that will determine market volatility, especially when you examine cryptocurrency, which is highly volatile in comparison to fiat. So not fully informing people that do become a part of this Forsage Matrix project, which I'm fully invested in, because to me it represents many things beyond just leveraging and stacking strategically, and that just comes from the the multidisciplinary academic background I have in these spaces, and then of course my own trading experiences. So I think from my perspective, I think it's fantastic, and I'd love for the whole world to get involved in it, because when we're in a different space compared to, you know, fiat currency, which is predicated on fractional reserve banking practices,
right?
To have people in that space, which is, you know, decentralized, therefore no central authority. That is what my aim is.
It's beautiful. I mean, it's groundbreaking, no doubt about it. So on so many levels, it really is a force to be reckoned with. I mean, and again, this is why it's important to get as many people educated, going back to what you're saying about making sure that people understand, because there's many aspects of cryptocurrency. I mean, again, just this getting into Forsage by itself is only one leg of this whole, like many things in the world, you know, when you have a full spectrum understanding of what's going on. But anyways, yeah, no, I totally agree with you. Let me answer, I got to a few more questions coming in, but I appreciate your input and insight though, Suzanne.
I got the one technical to
Yeah,
ask
Earl,
you.
go ahead.
Okay, so we started out. I even got position 168, and we on like 18,000 people now. Look like we found up about 1,000 people a day now. When it comes to the server that this smart contract is running on, what do you, Aflalo, where do you see us going as far as the server being maxed out? Do it have an impact, or will we see any kind of slowdown as we get to 2,000-3,000 people a day?
Lotto, if you want to, did you understand what he's asking about the server being maxed out in the, I guess, the website? Now, I know that you're saying that this new interplanetary file systems website, I'm not totally familiar with, I'm not at all familiar actually with, the base of that, but can you answer his question on that, Lotto?
About
well, his question was basically, once we have many thousands of members, is that going to slow the website?
No, I don't think it's a problem for our side.
Yeah, because of course this is running on, all the transactions are happening on a smart contract on the Ethereum.
Yes, all in smart contract.
But the website itself, again, I don't think, again, we'll talk with this behind the scenes about this, the new interplanetary file systems that this website is now based on. But at the same time, yeah, to answer your question, Earl, again, I think that
we're ready for very big traffic.
Yeah, me too.
What did he say?
No, he said we're ready for a lot of traffic.
Okay, awesome. That was my question basically, because this thing is gonna blow up.
No doubt.
This is just, yeah, we still at like day one with this thing. So
yeah, we've really only scratched the surface. I mean, again, I've seen smart contracts that are similar, not nearly as good as this, that have like already 200,000 something members, and so on. And then unfortunately, because as Lotto had explained to me in the interview that we did, that that this is a true matrix as opposed to these others that they claimed were matrices, but they were delta style cyclers that fizzled out based on the way that they were designed. So once people start coming into this thing at a maximum rate, or realize rather what's going on, people will start coming in at a avalanche kind of momentum.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, you got it, man. Hey, and then Drikis was asking, how long has the contract been running? It has been live since, I believe, February 6th, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, February 6th.
Hi.
Hi, is this Tristan? Hey, how are you doing?
I have a question for you. Why if a registered person in the system and that person is waiting for the passive income, he doesn't want to register another person, will he get the income, the passive income?
Well, it works in that, I mean, again, I have, because based on my personal experience, I mean, someone can, chime in if they'd like to on this, but, effectively, if you're coming in and not using your money coming in, because spillover is a fact here. I mean, again, as I brought up during the presentation, I've had a few people who've come in at level 1, and it wasn't always the same. It's not like, again, people can't come in expecting like, oh, I'm just going to come in and spend $7 and then, just get mega rich. Now, what happened for one person who came in particular, that they quickly, in terms of filling up the slots on X4, were able to upgrade. And they had asked me, like, what should I do? I was like, well, you should upgrade. That's what you should do. Make sure you use those funds to go to the next income stream, which is what he had done. And again, he's been able to, over time, as other people around him, because it was kind of, he was compelled to talk about it, was able to get people in after that, right? Once you started having evidence that you could show people, hey, look, this is working. I've earned, 0.5 Ethereum or nearly 1 Ethereum so far, just from spillover, that, and hopefully using that. Now, of course, people aren't forced to use their Ethereum. And again, it's your decision whether you upgrade or not, but you will also fizzle out, as Joshua was asking before, I believe, that it will stall out after 2 recycles if you don't upgrade. And again, people fall into a situation where, yeah, if they don't, take action and get involved in the contract themselves, then, they become kind of a lost soul in this whole mix.
Oh, yeah, I understand now. And I have one more question.
Sure.
When you register a person below you, 2-generation up will get the commission, right?
When you register a person below you, what again?
Yeah, 2 generations up will get the commission, 50% of their investment.
It depends. I mean, again, when you say that 2 people, I mean, because if you're talking about on X4, is what you're meaning. First,
X3 and X4.
Yeah, but on X3, you will receive the payment unless it is your third, unless that referral fills up the third slot, which you're receiving the payment, but you're having to use that payment to reactivate that income slot. And on X4, I mean, again, 1 and 2, they will end up going to a superior partner, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it is the partner above you. It could be actually to a partner to the left or to the right of you who's actually on your team potentially.
Okay.
Yeah, the way that the spillovers work out, it doesn't always necessarily mean, even though those arrows show. I don't want to drag this out too much because I guess we've already probably gone nearly, I don't know, an hour and a half to 2 hours. But again, of course, we will do more of these Zoom calls and get more into details like that. But of course, we can, with so many people, kind of curious about where the payments are going or how exactly do my payments, payments that are filling up my X4. And we can talk about that on another Zoom call about how to follow, the breadcrumbs, so to speak.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. My pleasure. But hey, guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and if there aren't any more, pertinent questions to ask, then we'll close it up as to not drag this out too much. I think we've lost a good amount of people, but it's good to see that we still have 40-something people on the call. But hey, again, it is definitely my pleasure to have been able to be your presenter for this first official Forsage Zoom call. And yeah, it'll be the first of many more to come. All right.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, bro.
Hey, likewise, everybody.
Thank
Have
you.
a fantastic morning, evening,
Send me a link.
or afternoon. Sorry?
Reach out to me so we can connect.
Yeah, sure thing. I'm on Telegram, and in the variety, I'm everywhere. As a YouTuber, man, I got outlets in every direction. So we'll definitely get in touch. I'll get in touch with you. You want me to contact you, or you want to contact me?
Well, if you can hit me because I don't know your YouTube channel, but I need to subscribe.
Yeah, no doubt about it. It's actually, if you want to know, 24/7 crypto DNA. And again, I actually had a larger channel, Experience Crypto 24/7, but it was recently attacked by some seedy actors out there.
Okay, I'll go subscribe. Thank you.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you. All right, hey, but anyways, mad love to everyone out there in the Forsage community and family, and we will be talking to you again real soon. All right? Take care.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, bye.
And this will be recorded. So again, it is recorded. So we'll get it up so you guys can watch it and share it with prospects.